Hello everyone. Today we have some unusual news. Meghan Markle is following in the footsteps of the late Queen. Prince Harry is extremely angry about Meghan. Harry has asked the Home Secretary to review security measures in the UK. Punishment in Paris, illusions gone. This week, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry went to lunch with celebrities in New York. All this awaits us in the front. But for now, let's start with the first news. Meghan Markle is following in the footsteps of the late Queen, but with an unexpected twist. The Duchess of Sussex made her first appearance at Paris Fashion Week, continuing the tradition of other members of the royal family. Former BBC Monarchy correspondent Jenny Bond noted that this trip could be the beginning of her journey into the fashion world. Meghan attended the Balenciaga Spring-Summer 2026 show to support her designer friend Pierpaolo Piccioli. Her exit attracted attention thanks to a bold outfit and, as it seemed to many, an awkward meeting with former Vogue editor-in-chief Anna Wintour. According to Jenny Bond, this was Meghan's first trip to Europe in 3 years, and it bears remarkable similarities to other flamboyant fashion outings by the royals. "It's a long way to just dress up, but she clearly thought it was worth the effort," Bond said. The attention she has received, including the greeting from Anna Wintour, shows that the fashion world appreciates her. She will probably get more involved because this is an opportunity for collaboration and commercial projects. While we are learning the details of Meghan's entry into the fashion world, I remind you that there is great news waiting for us in the front. Bond recalled that both the late Queen and Princess Diana attended fashion shows, but in different circumstances. As a current member of the royal family, Meghan could support British fashion without receiving gifts or royalties. In 2018, the Queen sat in the front row at London Fashion Week next to Anna Wintour. Diana attended the shows infrequently as she was uncomfortable with excessive media attention. During a trip to Paris, Meghan was criticized for a video shot in a car passing near the tunnel where Princess Diana died in 1997. In the frame, she could be seen sitting with her legs up, and outside the window were the Alexander III and Invalides bridges, while the route apparently led to the Alma Bridge. Jenny Bond called the post extremely insensitive, but believes it was not intentional. She should have thought about it more carefully, maybe later explain the situation and apologize.
Prince Harry extremely angry after Meghan Markle's Paris video misstep. Meghan Markle uploaded footage from the Pont de l'Alma Bridge leading to the Pont de l'Alma Tunnel, the site of the tragic car crash in 1997 that claimed the lives of Princess Diana, Dodi Fayed, and chauffeur Henri Paul. Social media users quickly labeled the post as insensitive. The backlash comes as another obstacle in Prince Harry's ongoing efforts to reconcile with his family. Meghan, 44, filmed the view of Paris from her car's back seat, along with shots of her stilettos, just after attending the Balenciaga Spring/Summer 2026 show on October 4. Harry, who has been working to repair his relationship with King Charles, even meeting his father face-to-face last month, previously stated, "I would love reconciliation with my family. There's no point continuing to fight anymore. Life is precious." Royal expert Richard Fitzwilliams described Meghan's Paris post as a genuine mistake, but believes it will not be well received at Buckingham Palace or in California, where the couple lives. "I suspect Harry will be horrified and extremely angry, because the video links to the most traumatic period of his life. Even though it wasn't intentional, it was a very bad lapse in judgment." Fitzwilliams added that Meghan, as a public figure and brand, cannot allow herself such missteps. Her casual filming, though not meant to offend, was grossly insensitive, and these mistakes carry weight. Former BBC royal correspondent Jenny Bond echoed the sentiment. "She could have thought about it harder, but like so many people nowadays, it's all about instantly sharing your life without considering the consequences." Meghan was in Paris supporting her friend Pierpaolo Piccioli, Balenciaga's new creative director, and was seen being warmly greeted by Vogue's Dame Anna Wintour, a sign of her acceptance in the fashion world.
Harry writes to Home Secretary asking for review of UK security. The Duke of Sussex has formally requested a reassessment of his personal security arrangements in Britain.
He wrote to Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood soon after she took office, asking for a fresh risk assessment by the Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures, RAVIC, the body overseen by the Home Office. According to The Telegraph, during Harry's visit in September, a known stalker came within feet of him on 2 occasions. The woman entered a secure zone at a central London hotel during the Well Child Awards on September 9th and was later seen near Harry at the Centre for Blast Injury Studies in West London. The request comes after Harry lost his appeal in May against RAVIC's earlier decision to limit his taxpayer-funded protection while in the UK. Following the court defeat, Harry said he can't see a world in which he would bring his wife and children back to the country under current security conditions. The 41-year-old warned in a BBC interview that royal family influence over security can be used to control its members, and said he would ask Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer to intervene. Judge Sir Geoffrey Voss described RAVIC's decision as understandable and perhaps predictable, but Harry insists the ruling makes it impossible to safely return with Meghan, Prince Archie, and Princess Lilibet. A government spokesperson maintained the UK's protective security system is rigorous and proportionate, and refused to provide operational details, citing safety concerns.
Chastised in Paris, delusions turned to dust. This week exposed Meghan. The thunderous look Harry gave her tells me he knows it too, writes Maureen Callahan. Meghan Markle's delusions of grandeur and greatness are turning to dust. Is there any more striking a comparison than the Nobel Committee snubbing President Donald Trump despite brokering peace between Israel and Hamas, while Meghan and Harry alighted in New York City to collect a humanitarian award for promoting mental health? Because who embodies good mental health better than these 2 dimwits? Meghan used her acceptance speech to crusade for children, especially her own, now forced to grow up in an increasingly toxic world. It's her purpose, she'd have us believe. Yet last Saturday, Meghan turned up unannounced at Paris Fashion Week for the Balenciaga show. Balenciaga, a brand that faced a firestorm in recent years for advertisements that appeared to promote child pornography. Logic, follow-through, and integrity of thought and action have never been Meghan's strong suits. Remember, Meghan and Harry sat with CBS Sunday Morning last year to talk about their new initiative, the Parents Network, meant to combat the online bullying of children and teens, working with parents whose children committed suicide. Though in August she hosted Chrissy Teigen, who repeatedly bullied, online and publicly, a young starlet to take a dirt nap on her failed Netflix show, With Love, Meghan. And recall, Meghan claimed that she herself was subject to painful online harassment while pregnant, both times. The bulk of the bullying and the abuse that I was experiencing on social media and online was when I was pregnant with Archie and Lilibet. Really, who else would she be pregnant with? And with a newborn with each of them, she told Katie Couric in 2024. It's not catty, it's cruel. Why would you do that? Physician, heal thyself. So here Meghan was in Paris, the city in which her husband's mother, Princess Diana, lost her life, filming herself, feet up in her chauffeured SUV, driving past the tunnel where Diana was killed. Truly, how humanitarian was that? It's logical to conclude that Meghan, by her own self-report, a perfectionist obsessed with details, knew how painful that would be not just to Prince William, but to her own husband. Then at Balenciaga, after doing a paparazzi walk from her hotel to her waiting SUV, Meghan was caught laughing at a model who tripped on the runway. It's not catty, it's cruel. Then looking to her friend, Soho House Global Membership Director Marcus Anderson, to join her in mockery. Anderson refused to make eye contact with Markle, instead silently shaking his head and appearing to say no, in effect telling her, "We don't do that here." Markle's expression immediately darkened. Her jaw set itself tightly as if in anger, and humiliated she simply faced forward as if she were a remonstrated child.
After the show, she attempted a Fashion World double air kiss with the house's new creative director, Pierpaolo Piccioli, and what was meant to be an apex of chicness turned comical as the two bumped heads awkwardly and repeatedly. Finally, Meghan attempted to approach actress and Dame Kristen Scott Thomas, who was already in conversation. Meghan just stood there, staring at Thomas, then put her hand over her heart as if to say, "I'm right here, just dying to meet you, please acknowledge me." Thomas did nothing of the sort, instead leaving her face to fall in utter rejection. Dame Kristen Scott Thomas for next year's Nobel Peace Prize. And what's also gone unsaid is that Meghan was in Paris on her own, sans her loving husband or royal protection. Harry has sued in the UK multiple times, claiming that the threats to him and his family are so severe that they couldn't possibly all come back to the UK without taxpayer-funded royal security. But Meghan's okay in Paris? Harry alleged in a bombshell interview with the BBC in May, following yet another court rejecting his petition for royal security, that "I've discovered that some people do want history to repeat itself, which is pretty dark," followed by yet another explicit and dark allegation against the royal family. "I thought," he said, "that with all of the chaos that's happening, the one thing that I could rely on is my family keeping me safe. And not only did they decide to remove my security, but they also signaled to every single government around the world to not protect us." Every single government around the world. So of course Meghan felt safe enough to go to Paris, scene of the literal crime. And of course Harry and Meghan felt safe enough to travel back to New York City, where, recall, they claimed to have been the victims of a high-speed paparazzi chase that was later debunked by their own taxi driver, to collect yet another meaningless award for their cheap lip service. As they walked the New York step and repeat, Meghan paused as Harry appeared to glower and appeared to whisper, "Come on now." Moments after that, Meghan looked up at Harry, giving him her patented, adoring gaze, all but pleading with him to look at her. And he, it seems to me, refused. He stood there with a face like thunder, communicating to us all that he is none too pleased with Meghan and her stunt in Paris, pulled no less just weeks after Harry held a peace summit with King Charles. Meghan lost any public sympathy long ago, but when she appears to lose the public support of her husband, well, things behind closed doors may be very dark indeed. Watch this space.
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry step out for lunch with Serena Williams in New York City. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex were spotted spending time with their longtime friend Serena Williams following a series of appearances on the East Coast. On Friday, October 10, the couple joined the tennis star for lunch at New York's Soho House, People confirms. Meghan, 44, Harry, 41, and Serena, 44, have maintained a close friendship for more than a decade. Their bond began at the Super Bowl in 2010 and grew stronger after reconnecting in 2014. Just a day earlier, on October 9th, Harry and Meghan were honored at Project Healthy Minds' third annual World Mental Health Day Gala, where they received the Humanitarians of the Year award. The recognition celebrated their work in digital safety and mental health through their Archwell Foundation. Quote, "Working with families and young people to prioritize safety online has been some of the most meaningful work of our lives. As parents, we've been deeply moved by the stories we've heard and are proud to be longtime partners of Project Healthy Minds, helping to address one of the most urgent issues of our time," the couple said in a joint statement. The couple, who shared 2 children, Prince Archie, 6, and Princess Lilibet, 4, also took part in Project Healthy Minds' World Mental Health Day Festival on October 10, joining other celebrities including Katie Couric, Carson Daly, Deepak Chopra, and Sophia Bush. Under their Archwell Foundation, Harry and Meghan launched the Parents Network in 2023, which supports families whose children have been negatively affected by social media. This isn't Meghan's first notable visit to New York City. In May 2023, she was honored with the MS Foundation's Woman of Vision Award, appearing alongside Harry and her mother, Doria Ragland.
Before that, in February 2019, she celebrated her baby shower in the city with friends such as Amal Clooney, Serena Williams, Gayle King, and Abigail Spencer. Quote, "It was exactly what she needed. It also felt like a reunion for all of us who hadn't seen each other since the wedding,"